Namaste, Satnam, what's up beautiful friends? My name is Emelina. Welcome to I Am Woke. In this video, I'm going to teach you a little bit about crystal gazing or crystal scrying and how you can get downloads and beautiful, wonderful, spiritual, psychic information and data that you most need right now from your crystals. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Emelina Calder. I'm a spiritual high performance, life and personal branding coach, a psychic medium, an Akashic records reader and practitioner, as well as a modern shaman. On my channel, you can expect videos around personal and spiritual development, as well as energetic updates for the new moons and full moons that are totally channeled by yours truly. If that sounds like your vibe, go ahead and tap that subscribe button and the bell for notifications so you don't miss any awesome videos. And if you guys want to deep dive into your creative genius, your inspired flow, and reinforce your source connection, I have a free sacred guided meditation and activation for you that I channeled below in the description. It's called the Rainbow Sacred Flame of Creation. I really think you guys are gonna love it. All right, now let's jump right into the videos. If you're anything like me, you probably love crystals. Like, I have dozens of them all over my apartment, these generators, these big towers to help me hold down specific types of energy that I program actually to work with me and bring certain frequencies into my living environment, to help me with my own consciousness work, to help me with my human work, and to help me just like live my day to day, not to mention they're beautiful and I enjoy them. I don't know if a lot of people realize, besides just being beautiful decoration and helping to amplify the frequency in your space or living environment, crystals also have a consciousness. They are assigned devas or guardians that accompany each crystal that you have, and they have a very specific set of codes and activations and spiritual guidance that was stored in the planet. All of these different forms of consciousness were stored in the form of crystals from the earth. So each crystal holds a different frequency. It holds a unique set of activations and its own goddess or deva or guardian that is assigned to protect the information that is, assigned per crystal. Similar to different personalities or different humans, no crystal is alike, like no human is alike. Every crystal has a different set of experiences and understanding and awareness and can help you with your own consciousness and awakening around different concepts or ideas depending on what the crystal is assigned for, what its assignment is. And if you're drawn to a specific crystal, most of us don't know what that assignment is or that mission that the crystal has stored within it. But when we're attracted to it, it's because that information, that guardianship, is part of something that we need to have a greater level of awareness or thinking or creativity or success in this lifetime. That's why we're attracted to them. Now, I brought alongside one of my favorites. I got this crystal down in Venice on the boardwalk, and I kid you not, this thing like jumped out at me. Very firm energy. It is of Syrian starseed consciousness. I have a lot of Syrian starseed codes and awakening and parallel lives that are in like my energetic experience. So we resonated really heavily. This is a smoky quartz with citrine inclusions. And this specific crystal helps me to take my starseed DNA and activations and awareness and actually anchor it into the earth. And I wanted to show you guys this because I'm going to teach you just a little bit about how you can start to talk to your crystals and get access to the guardians and the devas and ask them to impart knowledge and wisdom with you and for you, bringing it to your conscious attention and awareness. I kid you not, my crystals give me a lot of data even when I don't know to ask them. Like I have another big tower up on my windowsill, and I woke up yesterday morning and was just staring at the quartz tower, and it started speaking to me. It gave me some very simplistic but much needed advice in that moment that I've been following. And I noticed the advice based on what I'm gonna teach you now. This is called crystal scrying. Most people think scrying is like you sitting with a round, like clear crystal ball and then seeing the images that come in. I've really not played with that, but crystal scrying or crystal reading, I would call it actually like crystal gazing. Like you're gazing into the crystal with like a more meditative side of yourself, the more theta brainwave state, and then allowing the crystal to communicate telepathically to your mind, to your heart, where then you will be given the information that you need in the moment, just like if you were talking to your higher self or your higher power, or just sitting quietly in meditation, allowing your soul to speak through your heart. It's a very similar process. So here's how to start your own crystal gazing or crystal scrying. You want to get yourself into a meditative position. Make sure there's no distractions around you. Meditate and just focus on your breath for 3 minutes. You can set a timer and just focus on the inhale, and then the weightlessness at the top of the breath, and then the exhale and the complete release, and just slow your breathing down, focusing on your breath. And then as you're breathing, bring your attention to your heart space, your awareness into your heart, as if you are seeing and hearing and living from your heart out into the world. And what that's going to do is eliminate any ego interference for you, bring you into alignment with source consciousness so that you can hear the messaging or feel or see the messaging or know the messaging that you most need to know right now from the crystal that you're working with. After you sit and pause for 3 minutes and focus on your breathing, that's going to bring you into a more quieted, natural, relaxed state. And that's the state that you're going to need to be in to talk to and receive the messaging from your crystal pal. And then when you're ready, pick up your crystal, express gratitude and reverence to it and for it. Thank it for being of service in this way. And then you're going to just like half close your eyes, right? Like almost like they're half open, like a little dreamy of a state, and just gaze at the crystal. And you're just gonna look at the crystal for like 3 to 5 minutes and see all the different inclusions, see the different markings, but not with your eyes wide open staring at it super hyper focused. That's not the state we want to be in. We want to be in a really relaxed, really meditative, quiet, dreamy, imaginative state. Just look at and perceive the beauty of the crystal in your hands, the different colorations. Like in here, I don't know if you guys can see, but there are some rainbows in this specific crystal. Look at the different inclusions. For me, I'd be looking at this different yellow coloration, the lines, the quartz, how it's formed. Look at these different colors here and how beautiful that is. And you just, with your eyes half shut, look at all of the different little markings from a place of extraordinary gratitude with the amount of time and patience that it has taken for the earth and consciousness to mix together and alchemize to create this beautiful work of art. As you're gazing, continue to be relaxed and just ask yourself, what do I most need to know right now? What do you want to tell me? And as you continue to gaze, and I would encourage you to like tip the crystal back and forth so that the light refracts. Like I can already see a message that's coming through here, is that the flow of life is that life is not organized in the way that we anticipate or think, where it would be super hyper logical. That's what I'm getting from this formation. It looks like a river with a bunch of different paths, but it's disorganized, like it's not linear. But if I look at this little formation in the crystal, I see that it's not linear, but it is organized because it's in the formation of the crystal. It has been organized into this form. So for me, that's a reminder for myself that even in the moment, if things look chaotic or disorganized, that it's organizing to a much larger, higher purpose for me and all of us, that everything is divinely planned at the full map of the soul level in our experience as humans. You know, when you zoom into a micro experience or a set of time, like 3 months or a year or something like that, it might not look that organized. It might look chaotic. It might look like you're not flowing with things. It might look like, things don't make sense. Like, why is my life going this way or whatever it is? But the reality is that it's organized because it might be chaotic in this tiny little section of this crystal, but look at the development of this beautiful work of art that Mother Nature created with all of its resource and pressure and heat and cold and awareness and time and patience. And not to say that we're gonna live as long as these crystals or that it takes that long to develop as a human. We have a lifetime, but in our lifetime, we can create this work of art. Anyway, that is literally what I just picked up from the brief little bit of crystal gazing that I just did. And you can do the same thing. So look through, and then the stream of consciousness of thoughts is what the crystal is speaking to you. It is the information that it's downloading into your own energetic body, your own energetic fields, and see what you notice. Again, tip the crystal back and forth. So when I see the rainbows, I'm seeing this the way this rainbow is moving. Sometimes you can see objects or faces. You can see different things that will come across as like different experiences, or it'll look like, I've literally seen people's faces in the crystals. Not people I know, but like people's faces, or like specific entities and things like that. And those are the impressions of the past lives that the crystals have had, where they have been around certain things through the eons, and then the crystal actually changes and develops to carry the like physical impression of whatever that thing was. When you're gazing into your crystals, they will communicate what you most need to know and hear. As I'm scanning through this, I just saw a spaceship, the galactic nature of the Syrian heritage that is present in this crystal. And there are so many messages, you know, depending on how cloudy it is, how clear it is, how it developed, the different coloring. Sometimes there's like scarring, things that make the crystal really beautiful. Like this might have been a scar. It might have been a really painful period or process for this crystal, but the Deva, the guardian, is going to be able to transmit the most positive, uplifting personal growth experience, expansion, and ascension experience to you based on what it has lived and encountered through millennia. So I hope you love this video. If you do, please go ahead and tap that like button below. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. Have you ever read one of your crystals or spoken to one of your crystals? And are you gonna try this technique? Remember to subscribe and tap that bell for notifications so you don't miss any videos. And as always, if you guys love my vibe, I'd love to invite you to work with me. I have a bunch of different links in the description below, from my self-paced online programs, Break the Mold, which is a spiritual radical authenticity program, Akashic Records Immersion, which is my program where I teach you how to access and read and intuit your own Akashic records, which are the blueprint to your soul, and unpack, intuit, and develop your own psychic gifts. And then I've also got the I Am Success meditations, which are 5.5 hours and 11 tracks of shamanically coded, light coded, and channeled through the Akashic records transmissions and activations to help you actually reprogram and recode the blueprint of your energetic programming and your subconscious mind around wealth, around money, around success, around positive thinking. Again, I'll leave all of the links in the description for you below. Until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed this video so much. Tell me all about your crystals. I want to hear about the magic, and I'll talk to you guys soon.